Hey all, Russ here, RVERTV. Welcome. Check it out. We're on US 95 trucking north. Gonna head up this little town called Tonopah, Nevada. Just left Goldfield. It's only about 30 miles up here to Tonopah from Goldfield. Wasn't that a cool old abandoned town? Goldfield, Nevada. What history's there? Oh, we caught up to that bulldozer. We passed that in the last video. Thing is huge. They're trucking it up 95. He's struggling on this hill. Looks like he's going to turn out up here. Tonopah Summit. We're over 6,000 feet here. Wow, didn't know that. Alright, well, I'm going to get in here and find a place to park a minute, get my bearings straight. I really didn't have a plan on exploring around here. We'll figure out what's around. So let me get up the road a little bit. Not a very big town. Look at all the mining tailings. There's just piles everywhere. Kind of like Goldfield, they have just honeycombed these hills. Now when I looked at this last night, it's supposed to be a mining museum. There are RV parks here. I don't even have a place to stay yet tonight. Kind of like get a little farther up the road. But I don't know. It's right now it's about not quite 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Still got lots of daylight. Still got some energy in me. So let's explore this town and we'll figure out a place to stay tonight. The problem is a lot of these towns, they are very far apart. So the next town up might be 100 miles. I don't know. Been a long time since I drove up through here. A lot of truckers take this Highway 95. It's a straight cut through between the interstates. So you always see a lot of gas stations, motels. They cater to the truckers, huh? Well, it looks like we're getting close to downtown. Oh, look at this big old parking lot right here on the right. Yay. Alright, I need to take a break. I gotta switch out camera batteries and then I'm gonna actually jump on the computer a few minutes. Get in the back of the van, get on a computer and figure out a plan here. So bear with me, I will be right back. Okay, got her all figured out. All by myself, too. There is a mining museum. It's open. A lot of these little towns, weekdays, these museums never open up, but this one is. but it's a walking museum. It's up on a hill. So I'm going to drive through downtown. Is this lady crossing or what? No, she's going in her car. Okay. Didn't want to run her over. Anyway, let's drive through town. I'll get parked. I'm going to walk to downtown. These big buildings here. Then we'll run up to the museum. And I found a RV park 70 miles from here. We're going to keep trucking after this. And I'll show that to you too. We're going to get up the road a little farther. Well, that was town. Oh man. Alright, well, plan B, turn around. We are sightseeing small town USA. Backroads, small towns, RVERTV style. Which means I don't know where I'm going. Well, kinda. Alright, this looks good up here. I'll do a quick turnaround. Yeah, when I was looking on Google Maps, it looked like downtown was a little bit more than what we drove through. Still neat. These old western towns. Tons of history. Okay, here we go. See if I can't park right along the street up here. Because the van takes up a lot of room. Usually I gotta take up 2 parking places. There's a little information building. Guess I could have parked in there. Ah, look at this right in front of this building. Yay. Alright. Want to take a little walk? Heck yeah. That building needs some repair, doesn't it? Nothing like them Goldfield buildings, though. Them things were rough shape. Still amazing, 20,000 people lived in Goldfield in the 1800s. That was huge. That was a huge... See, there's that information booth. Like a old gas station. And they definitely got casinos. Cafe and deli. I bring my food. I don't eat out. Rarely do I ever eat out. Matter of fact, this year I'm going to start showing cooking a little bit on the road. Maybe we'll have a... See, what do I have tonight? RVERTV Monster Burgers. Now I'm making myself hungry. Gotta wait. Okay, we got a hardware store down here. Look at that, flower pots. I Nice and colorful. That always tells you what a town, something about the town, I guess I want to say. They put out the flowers, you know they care. Kind of a cool mural over there on that building. All the buildings looks like it's been restored. Nice little picnic tables out here. Parking lot. That is an old hotel, I bet. Still has a fire escape on the front, on the windows. Straight back there, that's that mining museum up that hill. I'll probably go back and get the van instead of walk up. There's the billboard for it. Historic Mining Park. There's the official Tonopah sign. Yeah, really clean looking. Look, they even got a little stage here. They probably have their community events. Maybe music. 4th of July in a few weeks. All these towns. Yeah, that brick is old, isn't it? Old buildings. Another hotel here. You wonder in some of these old mining towns like this if there's actually, if they mined underneath the streets. Sometimes they do. They'll chase that gold everywhere. There it is, Tonopah Historic Mining Park. There's the clock. Wrong time. Alright, well, let me walk up here a little bit. Maybe I'll walk up to that park. But this is downtown Tonopah. Historic downtown. Yeah, these even have fire escapes on the sides. Very important. We got 1, 2, 3. That's a 5-story building. Oh wow, I bet it's way up top of that hill. I just might go back and get the van. Getting a little wore out. Fire department building, that must be their old one. Well, there's the entrance to it. Looks like an entire mine site. Yeah. Let's see. I need a vote. Should we go get the van or not? Or should I hoof it up that hill? I vote van. Let's go get it. A&W root beer sign. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. But very clean little town. Look at the storefronts, all colorful. They got colorful flowers in the pots. This is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. These towns are few and far between. Casinos that take your money. Plenty of places to stay. There are RV parks here. But I wanted to get farther up the road. I need to get fuel too. Alright, well I won't bore you with this. I'm gonna jump in the van, head up to that park, then we'll go explore that. Be back in a sec. I am really glad I drove up here. That was quite the hill. I'd still be walking up. What lies beneath? Well, I'm gonna go in their visitor center first. I think we get to walk into those buildings down there. This is one giant mine site. Right next to town here. This ought to be cool.
Okay.
We're very proud of what they've accomplished. Please join us in preserving and celebrating our state's colorful heritage. Call 775-684-3.
Well, a whole $3 to do a self-walking tour of the mines. I can get in. Two of the buildings are open down there. It's nice and air conditioned in here. It's really not that hot. A little warm today. Here's all the minerals they collect out of Nevada. Just everything, just vast. The mining around here. Now that's one heck of a safe, isn't it? Put your money in that thing. And looks like glass bottle collections. Some of the old survey equipment. Lanterns. Probably stuff they use down underground. Alright, well, I want to get outside. Let's take a walk. The very nice lady back there at the visitor center said they did vertical mining, which means the shafts are right along in here. She goes, I'll cross over a bridge. You can see down in them. But they only allow people into 2 buildings. On certain days, they have guided tours where I guess they'll take you into more of the buildings. That's okay. We're doing it the RVERTV guided tour. which means good luck. Wow, look at all the spoils from the mining. They built the town on top of them. You know, I come to these places and that's the same view they had 150, 200 years ago. All right, see, you can't drive in there. I asked her, can I drive down here? She goes, no. Gotta walk. That's all right. Okay, here's that bridge that we're going to go over, that vertical shaft. This ought to be interesting. Oh my goodness. Oh. Wow. That is way down there. You can't even see. There is no bottom. And to think men were down there mining that stuff out like that. Holy moly. It just goes straight down. Wonder how deep. And it goes all the way down. Right towards town. Way down there. It continues. Like a massive ditch. Wow. Mining a vertical ore body. Here's the answer. Shoo. I'd be claustrophobic in something like that. That's insane. Because the ditch is what? 4 or 5 feet wide? 6 feet? I shouldn't call it a ditch, it's a shaft. Alright, let's go find one of these open buildings. Got a good look at town from up here. You can just see it. Right between those two mountains, and there's town. You can even see way up top where they've cut into the hills mining. Makes you wonder what they missed. I wonder if they got it all. If you watch those gold shows on TV, the new style mining, they go back and remine a lot of places. Bell's Mine. Oh my goodness, a lady owned her own mine clear back in 1900. Wow. That would have been something, huh? There's the big hoist, whatever they call it. There's a name for him. Pull that ore out of the ground. Okay, she said building 6 and 9. We can get in. Breaking ground. Just all the equipment, drilling rigs. See, even up on that hillside, just holes everywhere. Bring out your metal detector here, they'd probably kick you out. Just looking for a small nugget. That's something like down around Quartzsite, all the metal detecting. I have a nice metal detector. Maybe this winter we'll do a little metal detecting video. Okay, here's our building number 9. We're supposed to be able to get in this. Wood, iron, and more. There's no trees around. They had to import all this stuff. There are no trees in the desert. So all that wood had to come in from somewhere. Looks like our old shop. Got all kinds of old tools. Old wood floor. I'd say they put this back together. There's quite a few new roof rafters. See, a lot of that wood looks fairly new. But they're saving it. Saving history. Very important. Okay, let's see what else we got. That entire hill is all mining tailings. So it must have come out from up there. Well, when you look at the maps these mines have, they go down hundreds of thousands of feet. In all different directions once they get down there. There's an old work truck. Looks like they use the same paint as they painted the building. Let's paint the truck. Big old steam shovel, mining equipment. But yeah, these towns produce millions and millions of dollars. The price of gold today, oh my goodness, these guys would have really done well. When that many years ago, gold was only a few $100s an ounce. Now it's in the thousands. I want to walk over here because I think we can get a pretty good look at town from over off this hillside over here. And I think that's building 6. I think we can go inside that one. It's probably got the big motor in it or whatever they use to hoist ore up. But over here off this ledge, I bet we're going to get a view of town. Still got the tracks for the ore carts. Yep, here is town. All this is built on mining tailings. I'm walking on it. All this underneath my feet came out from way down in the earth. I'm up here way. That's quite a drop off. But look at this view of town here. A lot of homes out this way. But you can see Tonopah isn't really super big. A lot of people, I bet they still have active mines somewhere. Maybe. Probably. There's the hotels we just seen downtown. Oh, look. There's that trench. That close to town right there. There's another deep section of it. You can see those buildings are built out on the mining tailings. I bet they went under them streets. I bet something got mined through the years underneath that town. Well, I'm trying to remember the town. I think it was Butte, Montana, where some of the buildings caved in. They just fell in. I think Jerome, too, from mining. That happened in Jerome, Arizona, where they had mined under the streets. Pretty good look at Tonopah. All right, let's go check out building number 6. And I brought some water with me. I learned my lesson last year not having something to drink in the heat. I carry a little bag for the camera and water every time. Pretty thick gravel to walk through. Look at this, they got picnic tables out here. It's just midweek. I bet people come here. If they don't, they should. Probably got big groups. School kids come here. Learn about their history right here in Nevada. All right, let's go on in. Here's building number 6. What's behind door number 6? Well, I'd say part of the hoist. Even got old wooden chairs. Electric motors. Big windings on those. Guarantee you it was noisy inside this place when all this was going. Now you can hear a pin drop. Yeah, those are huge. Take a lot of electricity. I think this thing here, some kind of an air compressor, probably to pump air down so they can breathe down in those shafts. That's got to be an air pump. Yep, little sign there says air pump. How about that? So that kept people alive way down under the ground. Because that air down there could get stale in a hurry. Well, it looks like a lot of new wood inside here. They're bringing the buildings or keeping them going. Up from the depths. Pull that ore up. Get that good gold. Well, gold, silver, all kinds of stuff here in Nevada. Now it's picnic tables and outdoor. Yep, there's the air tanks. That has to be air tanks. Hopefully there ain't no snakes or anything hiding around here. Because we are in the desert. scorpions, all that. Air's a little thin, I can tell while I'm walking. We were over 6,000 feet. Well, when we crossed over the Tonopah Pass, it was, what was it, 6,300, something like that. But these vertical shafts, my goodness, that's like going down to the center of the earth. So they must have hit a vein and just followed it till it ran out. Just straight down from the top. Well, I'm gonna head back toward the van. I'm getting a little worn out. I do have the e-bike with me. I probably could have rode it, but that's okay. Good old 1900 horse-drawn ore wagon. And it's still here. That's 120 plus years old. Pulling ore. Look, to show a picture of a modern dump truck compared to the old horse-drawn ore one. Yeah. And the big old brake that's on that thing. You know, it's one thing pulling it uphill, but downhill, man, full of ore. Oh. Them horses, they don't have brakes on them. So that's what that big chunk of wood is in the back. They lock it up against a wheel to stop them. How'd you like a job like that, huh? Well, I would say that's the best $3 I spent in quite a while. That was well worth it. Get to see this stuff, see the history, that massive deep trench heading right into town. Just a ton of history here. Very nice people that run it too. Well, we got about 70 miles to get up to the RV park. It's gonna be right on Highway 95. It's a little town called Mida, M-I-D-A. I think it's population about like 10. I don't know. But that RV park, it looked old, but it had great reviews, like 5-star reviews. Probably one of them little ma and pa ones, which is perfect. And I'm getting hungry. Time I get there, we're gonna cook some monster burgers. Well, the RVERTV monster burger. Best in the West. There's that shaft all the way down. Right towards town. I mean, the heavy rains, that water, it just pours straight in the ground. I've never seen anything like that. It's the way they mined it here. Okay, I'm gonna sneak out of town here. Still gotta grab some fuel. I haven't done that yet. For more information on my travels, be sure to check out my website, RVERTV.tv. There you sign up for a newsletter, putting one out once a month now. Got all kinds of cool stuff. Pictures, articles about previous travels, future travels. Also, we got a merch shop. Got the Armchair Traveler series. We also got the Heck Yeah series. And we're coming out pretty quick with the Journey Continues. continues, series 2 with a big heck yeah. And it's all at the website RVERTV.tv, which helps support the channel and future videos just like this one, driving across this vast open state of Nevada on US Highway 95. Absolutely incredible. Once again, it's RVERTV.tv, and I appreciate it very much. That pickup truck moving so that tanker can get in there. Well, there should be a place to get fuel on the way out of here. I think there's a big, like, Love's truck stop or something up here. Tonopah garage. But this one's not all abandoned out like Goldfield was. This is a very active town. They gotta have regular mining still going, I bet. Plus all of the truckers coming through. And casinos. Good old Nevada. Slot machine in every corner. Oh, look at them guys in that basket changing out that sign. I could not do that. When I was younger, I could. I don't know if I'd have the nerve in it. Just like that, we are out of town. Buildings are gone. Here comes the desert. We haven't even started yet. I mean, I'm just filming getting out of Nevada. We're heading for the mountains, California, Oregon, Washington, Montana, Idaho. Got all kinds of cool stuff coming up this summer. Actually, I'll film so much you'll be watching it clear into the fall and winter. All this season's travel. Well, this looks good as any. Let me fill up. Then we're going to head for that RV park. Back on 95. Look at that, they have Burger King here. See, I don't eat that stuff. I just don't care for it. Never have. Fast food. Once in a blue moon, I might get a burger, but not at one of those places. Okay, here we go. We got about 70 miles. Buckle up. We're heading to Maida, Nevada. In a little RV park there. made it. This is Maida, Nevada. Don't want to blink, you'll miss it. Where's my RV park? I'm ready to stop. There it is. Yay. Heck yeah. We made it. I have no clue what's in this town, but I'm tired. I'm gonna get checked in. I still have to pay. On a reservation, all you do is give your name. Okay, we'll see you when you get here. Alright. But the reviews on this are really nice. Alright, let me go figure out my site. Very cool. Showers, restrooms, full hookup. She said the sites are really big. You got shade. Because look at this, there's trees in the desert. You don't get trees, so they must water them. Big old mountain view. She goes, drive around the circle, you'll cross 2 bridges and pull in number 5. So we have site 5 for the night. Wow. Look how long these things are. You could land an airplane on this. This is all one site? There's the picnic table. Yay. Well, let me get set up. We'll make some burgers here. All right. Got shade, picnic table. I was thinking maybe I'll take a bike ride. I don't know yet. Kind of tired. There's dinner. I make extra. So I'm gonna have cheeseburger and cottage cheese. Yay. Van's all happy. I left it back there a little ways so I have internet. I got Starlink mounted to the roof. So if I park under a tree, then I don't get internet. I carry plenty of power cord. I have over 70 feet. Van's doing good after it had its surgery the other day. Mercedes dealer. Getting the exhaust sensors fixed. Good old Mercedes. What a nice place. This is absolutely gorgeous here. And for $43, heck yeah. Well, how's the burgers doing? Alright, getting close. I'm going to throw a little cheese on there. And guess what? I don't have any paper plates. I don't even have a plate. Everything I loaded in that van to get ready to travel all summer. I got bowls, but no plates. Oh well. Well, Electric X Peak. Ready to rock and roll. We'll have fun on that this summer too. Well, what a pretty evening. Way to end today. Long, a lot of miles, a A lot of video already. Heck yeah, huh? Well, let me get my food ready to eat. So there's a little behind the scenes look at what my evenings are like on the road. One burger and cottage cheese with a little seasoning salt. Heck yeah. Alright. Journey continues. Never ends. Talk soon.